Hit a man in uniform, but he would hit you in the gut to make you laugh. He's Dan, everybody!
What's going on, Grouchy Johns? You guys are pretty happy, actually. Hopefully I can continue that. So my friend's turning 30. My younger friend is turning 30. And my wife and I are talking about giving him a gift basket. And her idea is to he loves gummy bears. So her idea is to give him gummy bears mixed with THC gummy bears. And not tell him. That seems evil. There's a huge difference between watching Star Wars and being in Star Wars. I'm originally from New Jersey. Clap it up, thank you. I don't have an accent though because my parents were educated. We didn't speak the Italian vowel alphabet in the house. It wasn't like A, I, O, U, A, O, O, A. My name's Daniel. My brother is Ethan. My sister is Audrey. So we're more like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It was like, dear, can you please come over here and fetch me some tea? So growing up, I mentioned my parents were educated. My mom was actually in a sorority while I was younger. It was Delta Alpha Pi, depression, alcohol, pills. What happens with your life is that you find yourself at a coffee shop later on trying to do stand-up comedy when you grow up in that environment. So if any of you are battling depression, alcohol, or pills, and you have kids, just know that side effects do include stand-up comedy. My grandmother, when she was younger, she was told she had to marry a white guy, and she went against the grain and married a Jewish guy, because this was a long time ago. And my grandmother said, you need to marry outside your race. And my wife's right over there. As you can see, she's Asian. People always ask, what kind of Asian is that? And I say, well, I tell them she's, Filipino. But when someone says, oh, I married a white guy, it's like, oh, cool. You don't need a background on a white guy. That's boring. But as you can see, the previous comic was like, what's up with white people? And we were like, is he not white? Okay. Talking about religion, let's make everybody happy here. So, I was brought up in a household where we would go to church because my mom taught Sunday school. That's the only reason. My dad was bar mitzvahed for money, which I think is the entry into being Jewish in the first place. But they basically told us to figure it out. They said, figure it out. So, I basically have been studying Eastern religions for a while. I'm really into Buddhism and Taoism. I think that's cool. I think it's a good way to raise a kid. And, going over the bills with my wife, we're just looking over everything. And when you have a child, if you raise a kid naturally, it's like $250,000 per child. So we're thinking we're going to raise them Buddhist. It's Buddhist. Monks. That'll only take maybe $1,500 per child. So for $3,000, we can raise our kids. Because you don't have to buy them clothes anymore. You just give them a robe. You don't have to get them haircuts. You just shave their head. If they get bored, you're like, go meditate, little fucker. Don't come back until you can tell me what enlightenment is. And the best, where you really save money, kids get a lot of presents a lot of time, right? If you're trying to, right? So, for every gift we're going to give them, they open a box. And inside they look and they say, what is it, Daddy? And the box is empty. And we say, it's the present moment. Now own it. But I'm also, having Buddhist monk children, I would also be able to tame tigers because you always see the picture of Thai monks, and they're always next to tigers. I think the tigers are in the awe of how fearless these little kids are, and they're always smiling. I think they're smiling. I can't tell they're Asian. But so our kids will be able to tame tigers. They would be able to move objects with their mind, as you've seen The Matrix. But I would also be able to get into a new career of being a Buddhist mantra lounge singer, which is an untapped market that many of you didn't know existed. I was thinking my name would be Lama, like the Dalai Lama, Lama Dharma Ding Dong. And if you want to clap along, we're going to do one of those songs, all right? So, everybody, I'm Lama Dharma Ding Dong, and we're going to now get enlightened. Oh, Mani Padme Hum, oh, Mani Padme Hum. Come on, clap along. Oh, Mani Padme Hum, oh, Mani Padme Hum. Oh, Mani Padme Hum, oh, Mani Padme Hum. Oh, Mani Padme Hum, oh, Mani Padme Hum. Say it.
Oh, Mani Padme Hum.
That's called crowd work. All right.
Ramalama Ding Dong.
Lama Dharma Ding Dong. It's actually kind of goes over your head. Anyway, so, oh, Mani Padme Hum. And then, you know, because when the Buddha's in your life, it's always a happy ending, baby. Oh, Mani Padme Hum. Oh, Mani Padme. All right, I'll stop. Really? Is it time? That was fun. Anyway, I'll be here next Saturday exploring comedy. Like a doctor, I'll be practicing comedy. Yeah. My name is Dan Ogus. Thank you so much for listening to this. Give up for Sam Gus John.